Hey guys, Steve figuring out here. I have with me in this video Marvel Legends Scorpion. Let's go! Over here are the two Toybiz Scorpion, and over here is the newer Hasbro Scorpion. So this Toybiz Scorpion actually, this one came out first, and then after that, this metallic version came out. They are not really variants because they are like one or two waves apart, but the packaging is actually kind of exactly the same. So I guess you can kind of consider them a variant of some sort. But yeah, I usually consider variants as a figure which is released at the same time, and then there's two different versions of it, but this is in two different waves. So they are in different waves for the Toybiz. So yeah, but they are actually the same exact figure, in the same exact packaging, in the same exact layout inside the packaging, just a different paintwork. So let's just take a look at the Toybiz Scorpion first. So the Toybiz Scorpion comes with a missile for the tail. I think there's like 4 of them or something, and there's also a small like newspaper stand diorama that comes with it, but I don't have it. So yeah, this tail stud, there's a button over here for you to press. So yeah, it's just like a gimmick for the figure, which I feel that Spider-Man classic figures are full of them. So yeah, this figure has a mid torso joint which can only rotate left and right, can't go up and down. It has a waist swivel. All the joints on the arms, bicep swivel, double hinge elbow joint, the standard Toybiz finger hinge joint. All the 4 fingers are together. Okay, there's no forearm or wrist swivel. Sorry, there is a wrist swivel there. Ball hip joint, a standard Toybiz joint, and double hinge knee joint, calf swivel, and also the ankle which can go up and down and cannot go left and right. And also another trademark joint of Toybiz is the toe hinge joint. So the tail over here is kind of malleable, it's bendable, you can move it up and down. You can see the holes here. I mean the holes that is common for this kind of bendy rubber material. So yeah, this Scorpion that I have over here suffers from loose joints. So it's quite difficult to pose this figure over here because it has loose joints. I'm not sure whether this is a common issue, but it is for mine. It is an issue for mine because it's quite loose. So I want to pose it and make the arrow kind of go up, you can see that the figure I can just hold down the leg, but the figure will just like topple backwards. Yeah, so that's why I have the tail below for this one. So it does have it really has a classic appearance, and I like the green matte finish of the figure. And here's the face up close, and it is actually the same exact face as the metallic version, except that the metallic version has the green mouth area all covered with the paintwork. Yeah, so you can see over here these two figures are exactly the same, except for the paintwork. They have the same exact joints, but the thing about this metallic version, okay, you can see that my metallic version can stand, is a bit more stable, and the joints are more tight. But the thing about the metallic version is that I'm not sure whether it's a common issue, is that there are some fading parts such that it's actually kind of different. You can see the green over here is a bit different from the green at the torso, and this is also a bit different. So the green kind of, I don't know, fade off or something, that is not so consistent, but I guess it still doesn't look that bad. So this metallic variant has better joints for my piece anyways, for my figure. It is able to stand with the tail in position. So anyways, the tail is exactly the same, and it's also shiny. It has the missile gimmick also. There you can see. Now next, excuse me, Hasbro Scorpion. So Hasbro Scorpion has a tail which is super long. You can see, check this out, man, compared to the Toybiz version. So you can see that the Hasbro version is way longer, and the tip is also different. You can see the tip is different. The Hasbro head sting is, I feel it looks better because, you know, it really looks like a sting, and you can poke it. I mean, it's ready to strike someone. Whereas for this one, the tip is not sharp, but the sharpness is at this fin or thing over here. So the tip, instead of it being sharp, it has this missile thing. So that kind of spoils this figure a bit. See, it's so difficult to make it stand. So I'll just make it lean against the wall. So over here, the Hasbro Scorpion, the tail is so much longer. You can actually wrap Spider-Man inside within the tail. I can show you the picture later on at the end of the video. So anyways, over here it has a mid-torso joint again, but this time around the mid-torso joint can go up and down instead of just left and right. It has a waist swivel, same arm joints, bicep swivel, double hinge, elbow joint, wrist. It can do quite a good split. It has the updated hip joint of Hasbro, no longer the ball type of hip joint, of course. Double hinge knee joint, and of course ankle rocker, and there's a calf swivel too. So this figure, I feel that Hasbro has definitely upped the articulation of figures. So you can see this figure is quite stable. Even with the tail at the side, it can kind of stand and maintain position, but of course I would prefer to make it more stable. So yeah, but however, the main difference over here beside the long tail is the size of the figure. So you can see that the Hasbro Scorpion is quite obviously shorter than the Toybiz Scorpion. And if I were to put Spidey at the side over here, you can see that Spidey is almost about as tall as the Scorpion, but actually the Scorpion is just very slightly taller than Spidey. Yep, Scorpion is just about barely taller than Spider-Man, which is kind of not so intimidating, unlike the Toybiz Scorpion, which is quite obviously bigger in size and also taller. So yeah, so that's all for the Scorpion comparison between Toybiz and Hasbro. Which one do you prefer? For me, I prefer the Hasbro version. Even though it is kind of smaller, overall I do prefer the Hasbro version. It has a longer tail which can wrap around the enemies. It has a better sting at the tail, better articulation. I'm very sure down the line Hasbro is gonna re-release the Scorpion with the unpainted part at the mouth. Yeah, Hasbro being Hasbro, I'm sure they will milk us like that. But then again, having said that, it doesn't mean the Toybiz is bad. I do like the Toybiz. It does have the Spider-Man animated series feel to it, and it's really not that bad a figure. So the only downside over here about the figure is the gimmick, the missile gimmick that it has, and also the articulation, of course, is the old Toybiz type of articulation, but still not a bad figure. I do like the appearance of this classic version, especially the metallic, not so much. I prefer this classic version, but overall between these two, I still prefer the Hasbro. But like I mentioned earlier, unlike the other Toybiz, which kind of to me loses out by quite a lot to the Hasbro version of it, this one still kind of holds up and is still not a bad figure. Yeah, just overall I prefer the Hasbro version. What about you? Which one do you prefer? Alright, write down your preference in the comment section below. Thanks for watching the video, and do watch out for my upcoming videos. Take care, everyone.